Hi everyone, Alan here once again, and welcome to the Alan Cairns Daily Vlog YouTube channel. I thought I'd come on again today and do another video. Well, I'm going to share some of my thoughts. Right. I seriously think that Blackburn with Darwen are basically screwing the pooch, shall we say. What they're basically doing is they're allowing these new housing estates, and basically, to be truthful, I don't really think that's the way to go. A lot of people on the channel know my view. Like, say, one moment, I've better be careful what I'm going to say about my thoughts. That they're building new houses at Mill Hill on the old scrapyard site. I believe there's quite a few houses been built on there. What they should have really done is built a modern tower block, because the reason why I think that is that they could have got more bang for their buck. And with me living in that area for over 15-20 years, the major thing that they did do to the area, which was, I reckon, a very big mistake, was taking Mill Hill Flats down. The borough at that time was very backward thinking. Very much backward thinking. And the leadership at the time basically thought, right, what we'll do, we'll take those tower blocks down. They took Queen's Park Flats down as well, which I really do think was a bad idea. The tower blocks. The deck access flats, yeah, they were a horrible thing they were. But the thing is, it's about time we had another look at tower blocks, because it's working in. The reason why they didn't work out is because the way that they were designed, and basically they were concrete structures. In other words, boxes. But with modern design and that, you can actually get really nice tower blocks. Take the Shard, for instance. Take the Gherkin, for instance. I'll tell you something, if anybody offered me, I wouldn't say no to living in it, because the Shard, the Gherkin, are quite architecturally stunning buildings to live in. They'd actually make a good appointment space. And at this moment in time, building land is quite expensive, especially brown acre sites, in which, you know, old industrial stuff. But back to Mill Hill. Really, what they should have really done is build some modern tower blocks there. Maybe 20 to 30 floors. Yeah, that big. Because what you'd be aiming for, what you could have done with that, you could go right up to the railway line, where the edge of where the railway is, and turn that all residential, you know, and make it look really nice. It would really do the area up. What I would have done is this. This is what I would have done. And what, since there's houses going there, I put the houses at the front part, and in the middle I would have put some shops. And this is what they're doing at Salford. They build the tower block. When they build the tower block, at the bottom of the block they put all the amenities, shops, like such as a convenience store, all the types of shops that you'd need in one place. And it comes its own community, separate from everything else. And that's what I'd do. You know, really high up. Yeah. Because they'd be like condos. And that would bring the property prices up in the area. And it would bring more people into that area. One of the other things about Mill Hill is a major problem. One major problem. It's another major problem. Mill Hill Station. The major problem with Mill Hill Station is it has no wheelchair access. None whatsoever. So if you lived in Mill Hill and you were on a train, you can't get off there. No way can you get off there. You have to get off at Cherry Tree. Which is quite, if you're in a wheelchair, is quite a push. It's a real push. It's a bloody long way. Especially if you're in a chair. I wouldn't like to do it. I just wouldn't. You'd end up calling. You get off the train at Cherry Tree. or I think it's Pleasanton. Hang on, is it Cherry Tree or Pleasanton? Yeah, Cherry Tree. Yeah, Cherry Tree. Because Pleasanton's one before it. And it's a hell of a long hike. Yeah, Cherry Tree. And it's a long hike to Millel. It's a long hike. You know. You've got to go along. You get off the platform. You have to haul yourself over the railway line at Cherry Tree Bridge, all the way up, and then you turn left, I think, and then you go along. I think you go along Brothers Street. Yeah, Brothers Street. I think it is. And you turn, once you get to the end of Brothers Street, you ended up at bottom of Green Lane. Then you have to go along Brothers Street all the way down, and then you go. It's a long, as I said, it's a long haul in a wheelchair, and I wouldn't like to do it. So a lot of times people end up, hiring a taxi or an Uber, and it can cost a lot of money, So that's the reason. That's one of the other reasons why they should really basically start looking at Millel Station for an access point of view. It's not good at all. So I just hope they do something about it, because if they start that development on there, because they've started the development on there, and disabled people get houses there, and they're hauling their ass up to the going up that so-called hill and getting to the railway station and finding out that there is no wheelchair access there. Well, basically that's a breach. To me, that's under the Equality Act rules. A lot of the stations have to be accessible, and yeah, it's about time that they did something about that. And also, Millel would benefit with with new tower blocks, and I think that would be the best thing would happen to Millel. Maybe the area where the tower blocks were. I haven't been up there of late, but as soon as I can, I will do, and I'll go and have a look at the area and see what they're doing with it. One of my contacts who lives up there says they're not doing much with it. So really, they basically took those tower blocks down for nothing, when they could have been housing people. Maybe the borough has plans for that area now, But, what I would have done is I would have left the tower blocks up. Well, it's all done and dusted now. What I would do is put brand new tower blocks up there, and and replace them with modern equivalents, and then there's a lot of people in the Blackburn area looking for housing, and what the other fit criteria, bring criteria in, so all the crap doesn't get into the flats, That's what I'd do. I'd be more stringent on what I'd put up, the type of people I'd put up in there. What, you know, like say Twin Valley housing, sorry, Together Housing or somebody, you know. I would be a bit more stringent in what goes up there. And, you know, I definitely think that Blackburn and quite a few northern towns are getting their housing wrong. If you've got a brownfield site, you know, stack as much as you can on it, you know, as a lot of parts of Manchester and Salford are basically learning this lesson, you know. If you want people to invest, it's not what you're going to put there, just about what you're going to put there, it's how much you're going to put there, you know. You know, you could have, you know, it's got to have the amenities around it. And then you've got to have a tower block. Like, I went to Salford Shopping Centre once, and I had to walk round, and it looked rough, but they were doing major upgrades to the place, because people in, you know, because people there don't really have much money, and you could tell the type of shops they had. But what it has going for it, those shops basically get a good amount of locals using them, and very soon as they got all the stuff done up, all the shops done up inside, they started noticing the locals started using them more, you know. But they have a town in the middle of the shopping centre. They've got a tower block sat right in it. It doesn't look nice, but you know, but other places who have copied that sort of thing, you know, it's working out for them. And in a lot of places that have it like that, there's a waiting list to actually get a flat. Oh, we want to go in here. We want to go in here. You know, because that's the way it goes. Yeah. I'd like to, because, you know, I'd like to see that more. You know. And Vegas, my mate, he has a place in Vegas, and he was telling them, and basically what they should do is put a shopping centre at the bottom, and condos on top of it, flats, say 32 floors of flats, and like say, and 24/7 opening, and so that it encourages the residents to. It would encourage the residents to use the amenities at the bottom. In other words, keeping it local. Like a lot of people, I know a lot of people go out for the shopping on, you know, and a lot of them use Amazon. But I asked a few people in Salford that question, and they said, well, why should we go anywhere? You know, we've got it all here, you know. It says, like, you know, we've got shops that we want and stuff like that. And when I went to Salford a bit back, I'm gonna pay that's one of the trips I'm gonna be paying a visit to see what changes they've made. And you know, it's going to be one of those things. We're going to revisit a few areas. Like I had my friend bring me up the other day. She's getting itchy feet. She wants to go out places, and but until this lockdown finishes, we won't be going anywhere. Hopefully the 25th of this month, hopefully. You know, so like, you know, she's getting itchy feet. She doesn't want to stay in the place where she is at the moment. She wants to go out, and well, hopefully very soon we'll do something like that, and it will be on this channel. You will be seeing some videos going up. I have done videos of Salford in the past. You can actually find them on the channel if you look back through the archives, and you know, there's plenty of there for you to watch and everything. If you get bored and you've really nothing else to do, you know, have a look at the back catalogue of short videos that I've put up. I've been going on for about just over 22 minutes or so, and yeah, these are some of my thoughts, you know. You know, so I'm gonna give. Well, I've got a few things that I'm thinking about talking about on the channel, but there will be a number of videos going up, and on topics that, you know, I want to talk about, and it's just one of those things. So I'm gonna go now, and I hope I'm well, not having a good time. I just hope everybody's safe, really. So, bye for now. I'm going to do the 3, 2, 1 click thing in a bit. So it's 3, 2, 1 click. Goodbye.